Number 10. Mr. Perfect Plex Big Show. This is one of the many reasons why Kurt Hennig was perfect. He never failed to impress. The guy was athletic, great wrestler, he has innovative moves in his arsenal, and he was pleasant to watch. But one thing we took for granted is his strength. He wasn't the biggest guy in the locker room back then. It's a mid-90s WCW roster. A roster full of muscular high testosterone wrestlers. So no one thought that when he stepped in the ring with the giant Big Show, that he all of a sudden would do his trademark finishing move, the Perfect Plex. No one believed he had it in him. And Perfect was like, you bet, and he shocked everyone and he did it flawlessly too. Which is way more impressive. But Show had to steal the thunder when he did a kick-up later in the match. Number 9. Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant. Well, you've seen this a million times before. It's very impressive and what a sight to see. Very iconic WrestleMania moment that I'm sure you two are sick of seeing, so I'll make it short. Hogan was tough and he slammed the Giant and the crowd went nuts, and then the leg drop, and what a great way to end the match. Hogan wasn't the first to slam Andre the Giant though, but no one did it in a bigger stage than WrestleMania. But because this is a moment that WWE like to shove it in our throats every now and then, it has gotten stale. Number 8. Goldberg Gorilla Press Scott Steiner. Now I was actually gonna go with that one moment where he jackhammered Big Show, which was a big ass deal back then, and it's a tremendous display of monstrous strength, I mean look at that. But I've always been more impressed with when he freaking gorilla pressed Scott Steiner like he was nothing. And man, lifting someone that high and pressing him several times like it's the warm-up part of his workout requires an unhuman amount of strength. Steiner was a big boy and he was probably heavier than Goldberg. And if that doesn't put over Goldberg as a strong monstrous babyface, I don't know what will. Goldberg was no joke in his prime. Number 7. Bobby Lashley lifts Viscera. Lashley is a freak of nature. I know, shocker right? I mean he's 45 and he hasn't slowed down or lost his steps or even looked different from back when he was feuding with Durag Vince. It's insane and it's quite terrifying. What made him stand out besides his tremendous look and physique is being so athletic but yet so damn strong. He's a unique athlete, he can showcase his freakish agility out of nowhere like flying as high as he can possibly can, or display the amount of power he possesses like lifting and slamming Braun Strowman, and he'll leave you with your jaw dropped open either way. His strength can't be stretched enough. He lifted Viscera for a body slam in a match on Raw in 2007, seconds after doing a leapfrog mind you. Viscera was 487 pounds back then. That's tough and damn impressive. Number 6. Lex Luger body slams Yokozuna. This was another big moment in WWE history. It's a significant moment in which it helped create the next American hero in WWF. It helped turn Lex Luger from a narcissistic heel to a main event patriotic babyface. And while this project didn't work in the long term, he sure did gain tons of popularity because of what transpired on the 4th of July of 1993. This is the moment where Mr. Fuji issued an open challenge to the locker room to body slam Yokozuna in an event which was dramatically named Yokozuna vs. the USA. Lots of American babyfaces tried but failed to lift the heavy athlete, and when the hope to bring the victory to the United States of America was almost gone, one proud American hero arrived and took the challenge. Lex Luger accepted the challenge and he and only he managed to do the impossible and body slam the 600-pound evil Japanese but actually Samoan champion to huge cheers from the crowd in attendance. It was an unbelievable moment and what a feat of strength. Number 5. Johnny Stamboli press slams Rikishi. Here's a name that you may not be familiar with. Johnny Stamboli was part of the FBI, the full-blooded Italians that is. He wrestled in WWE for a bit, he weighed 240 pounds, and he once gorilla press slammed Rikishi on a random episode of SmackDown. Wait, what? Yeah, I know, right? Hogan who? This is way more impressive. And Johnny ain't no star, he just woke up one day and he was determined to show off his tremendous strength like it's no big deal. He's jacked and all, but he wasn't put over by WWE as this powerful athlete before, so this really caught people off guard. He just picked a man who's almost twice his size in the air like that, and he didn't even struggle to slam him in the mat. It was a clean looking gorilla press. Unfortunately, it was forgotten the next week and he was back to being a lower card wrestler, which made this kinda pointless. Number 4. Brock Lesnar picks a referee. Out of all the different instances and moments where Brock Lesnar showcased his superhuman power, from lifting Big Show and tossing Mark Henry to suplexing Rikishi and manhandling Spike Dudley like a kid, this one small moment, which lasted about 3 seconds, is above all. I'm picking it because it's funny, it was unexpected, it's brilliant, it's the way he carried that grown man like he's picking his gym bag, it's impossible not to be impressed by. And he's not struggling or having a difficult time, he just did it like it's not gonna shock the whole world, or make me have a serious boner. It was an iconic moment that is both hilarious and scary at the same time. Brock Lesnar is a different kind of breed, and referee Charles Robinson was violated that night. Number 3, Cena carries Edge and Big Show. John Cena is strong. Also, the sky is blue and water is wet. If you're a wrestling fan for longer than a year, I think this has become more of common sense. It's not a big revelation that the guy possesses an unbelievable amount of strength. He's been called Super Cena for a reason. I think what cemented that name was when he lifted both Edge and Big Show for an attitude adjustment at WrestleMania 25, and it was so casual and out of nowhere, and too quick for your brain to process the sight you just witnessed. That was 750 pounds of human weight that he just carried, and that's not normal. That's something that I can never fully appreciate. I mean, even Cena's biggest haters will even tell you that was really impressive. Number 2, Cesaro is really strong. It's not right to pick just one moment here. It's not fair for Cesaro and it's not fair for you the viewer. So instead, I'm gonna use this as an appreciation for the Swiss Superman's strength. So here's his best moments. He power slammed Big Show at WrestleMania 30. He did his trademark Cesaro swing on the Great Khali. He performed the neutralizer on Big Show, Mark Henry and Great Khali as well. He did this unbelievable suplex to John Cena. He lifted Braun Strowman for a move that requires a hell lot of pure strength, and not to mention the UFO at WrestleMania. And perhaps the most terrifying display of inhuman power is when he picks Sami Zayn up in the air for a European uppercut. This is one that I never forget. It's admitted to me that this guy is a freak and he's not a mortal human being like you and me. That's the only explanation that I can come up with. He is without a doubt, pound to pound, the strongest wrestler on the roster today. Number 1, Bruno Sammartino lifts Haystacks Calhoun. Unfortunately, there is no video proof for this injury. All I have to show you are just pictures. This was in the 60s and it's quite impossible to find matches that goes way back to that time, especially Bruno's. But this was big back then and it made several headlines. Bruno is arguably one of the pure strongest wrestler in the business, if not the strongest. This is all thanks to his powerlifting background. In 1959, he set a world record in the bench press with a lift of 565 pounds and done it without an elbow or wrist wraps, like a man. But it turns out that wasn't his heaviest lift, because in Madison Square Garden, he picked the 610 pounds Haystacks Calhoun up for what looks like a fisherman buster and wowed the whole arena. It's one of the biggest moments in the Garden's history and way more impressive than body slamming Andre. And that was that. We're done here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun making this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comments down below. Thank you for watching. I'm MH, and I'll see you soon. Tschüss.